What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo. How are you all doing? I feel like it's been forever, and it quite literally has. We're coming up on a decade of the channel. A decade. I started this thing in 2010, and 2020 is right around the corner. A freaking decade. That is an immense amount of time. That is more than a third of my life. That is a humongous chunk. And the last few years have been really tumultuous. And I'll apologize in advance because I'm not using my best lens and I'm not going to heavily edit this like I have been lately. Frankly, I'm super tired and been spending so much time on the YouTube grind that I just want to have a one take, nice video talking to all of you. Because tomorrow starts kind of the game rush again, and I think it'll probably run till the end of the year. So before we get back into a whole bunch of releases that hopefully are exciting, that hopefully are very good, kind of wanted to just update you, say hi, check in, and let you know the status and state of things because it has been weird. I don't think I can accurately put into words what it's felt like the last few years on this channel for me and I guess maybe for you as well because it's been up down all around and sometimes just completely not there. There have been major gaps where I didn't post for a long time. And I guess that's where I wanted to start is I got so defeated and sad and down about this channel. I got so scared and worried, and it was something I just did not want to face. I lost all confidence. I lost all faith in myself to be able to make good videos. I lost all know-how of what I was even doing anymore. And I think that happens when you take major breaks. And I think that's what happens when you are majorly an overthinker and majorly obsessed and majorly try to figure it out. And I spent so much time comparing and looking at other people and trying to figure it out and wishing it was different that I worked myself into this place where I did not feel like GhostRobo anymore. And the good news is the channel is coming back, as you probably have started to see a little bit, but we'll save that for the end of the video. I didn't want to make videos. I felt embarrassed to even turn on the mic. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to be. It's not that the cliche thing is you start to change your interests, you start to change what you like, you start to change, what's important to you, and therefore it doesn't feel like it matters anymore. It feels different. But that wasn't the case for me. It was more that I stepped away so many times that watching it back, it felt like a different person. And not because my personality or my likes had changed all that much. It was more just like once there's separation, once there's space, then it starts to feel like it's not you. Like you're watching someone playing you or a performance of you. It got really, really weird. So I just didn't make videos. I didn't want to confront it. And that probably was a big mistake. I think now often how absolutely incredible this channel could be if I would have just not let all the noise get to me. If I would have just stayed focused, finished games, and not worried so much about what I was doing, how it was being perceived, if it was important, if it was not, and just cherished what I had and built off that. I think it's really hard for anyone in the moment to realize how cool something is. I think you look and you see, man, I got 250,000 views on this video. And then you look at someone else and they got 2.5 million and you're like, I am a tenth of that person. I am 10% as good as that person's video. And you don't realize that you have 250,000 people watching you be goofy and open an Xbox and mess around and have fun. It does not register. I don't think it's possible in the moment unless you are some super insanely well aware, maybe even old person to have that wherewithal. It's just not possible. And so you pass through those moments and then you get to a point like where I'm at now and you're like, holy crap, it was so great. It was so incredible. I accomplished so much and it was so cool and everyone involved was happy and having fun and I had impact on so many people and the videos actually were pretty darn cool. In the moment, it didn't feel like that. So I stepped away and I shifted all my focus to Switch Force, which in hindsight, probably a mistake. But that's what I wanted to do. And I think starting something new gave me a chance to figure it out again, an opportunity to make mistakes, to kind of learn, to not have to be GhostRobo, which sounds so weird because it was so awesome for so long, but I started to get afraid of even posting on the channel. And then at some point I realized that is just so stupid and cowardly, and now I'm in a place where I feel like I've had so many different emotions of like failure and defeat and confusion that it has broken pretty much every mental barrier. Now I can sit down and make a video and I don't worry. Now I can sit down and post something and I don't care how many views it gets, probably because it's not going to get very many. And in some weird way, like all of that failure, I guess if you want to call it that, or all of that time away, or all of those missteps has now made it so it's okay to be creative again. It's okay to try. It's okay to put forth effort. And a number of things have kind of led me to this place. One, I just got sick of not facing it. I got sick of just not taking ownership of the challenge, letting it kind of live out there in this murky space. And I was like, you know what? This is so stupid. I have people still come up to me, recognize me in the streets, and say like, hey, your videos and your channel made such a difference. And it's like, I can't believe I just let that fall away, because it was important. It did have significance, and the videos, they weren't the best thing in the world, but they were fun and they were good, and they made people happy. And now those people are much older. It's people telling me like, gosh, for 6 years I watched your stuff, and that's crazy. It's an insane feeling to have someone come and tell you that for a long time you made them laugh, or they looked forward to coming home from school to see your stuff. And it gave me perspective on, you know what, like, I want to turn this around. And then I also ran into a situation where my co-host on Switchforce had the most unexpected emergency possible, and he's still taking care of it. And so he's away from Switchforce, and so I have to do everything by myself, and it's thrust me into the YouTube grind again. And I've been forced, and I have wanted to make the best videos I possibly could make. So I've tried to put a ton more edits into things. I've gotten better equipment. For the first time in nearly a decade, I'm putting like max effort into the videos, and it feels so good. It's so freaking rewarding. After so much time of feeling like I'm screwing up, I don't know what I'm doing, this is a mistake, oh my god, I don't even want to look at the view count. I legit, guys, if you run a YouTube channel, or you've tried, or you know anyone that does, like, analytics is where it keeps track of all your stats and all your views and all that stuff. I wouldn't look at it for months because I was terrified to see if it would disappoint me, and if I was disappointing the audience. Because if the numbers weren't there, I clearly wasn't doing a good job, and I clearly was disappointing everyone involved. And I did not want to face that feeling at all. I did not want to face that potential embarrassment / regret. So I wouldn't look at it. And now it's like, you know what? Who the heck cares? I have to do my very best because I'm backed into a corner. And so I've been putting out what I feel are my best videos ever, and my favorite ones. I'm the most proud of them. And yeah, not every video is fantastic, and it's a little hard when you spend 5 hours on a video and then it gets 2,000 views, because I used to be a YouTuber that had a lot of million view videos. And I used to be a YouTuber that would get top of search for new games. And I used to be a YouTuber that a couple 100,000 views was really normal. So to put a ton of effort, like literally 10 times the effort I used to put in, and feel super proud of the video for like the first time in years, and then see it get 2,000 views, it's a little hard. But hey, it's kind of like the price I have to pay for all of these screw ups along the way and all the time away. And it's really, it sounds weird to say, but it's really freeing, I think, to have it not do great, because there is no pressure nor expectation, because everything has gotten to sometimes such a bad point. And there's obviously things that do go really well, and I'm not saying it's all doom and gloom at all. Like, some stuff has done awesome, and some stuff that I'm really proud of has done awesome, which is the best feeling ever, to know that something I really like and something I invested a lot of time and effort into is received well and received in large amounts. Like, that's fantastic. Okay, I know I said this would be one take, but I'm working on this, so I'm going to add that it's actually incredibly hard to spend a ton of time on a video. Know that you used to get a ton more views and then have it not work out so well. I'm so grateful and so lucky in my life that I try to only talk about the positive side of things, but I'm working on being open to that there's more sides than just the super positive side. So yeah, it's really freaking hard. It's kind of demoralizing at times, but I'm keeping my mind and mental state focused on like the fun of it, the challenge of it, the good stuff, and the personal pride and satisfaction. But if I'm honest, like, there are times where this is so tricky to come back and want to have it be how it was, and want to do my very best, and just know that it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort. and it may never get there, or it may be better, but it also may not. And there are days where it feels really impossible, and luckily I'm in a positive enough place that I can just like let that go, take a shower, take a nap, go do something outside, and come back and be good and like refocused. And that's crazy, because for years I'd have a demoralizing moment or demoralizing day and not be able to recover for a long time. That's why you'd see those gaps of no videos for days, weeks, months. And now it's like that period of recovery is like a few hours, and it's not anywhere near as often. So that's great. But I just want to be honest, like it is tricky. It's real tricky. It's like figuring it out all over again, but you have all that like past knowledge and past experience that kind of looms. I don't know. It's just tricky. I don't even really know what to make anymore. I feel like there's this schism where I used to be like a super goofy rhyming tase test, run around with my brother's GhostRobo, and then it kind of evolved over the years into this like super analytical, harsh, judgmental game critic GhostRobo that I'm not anywhere near as big of a fan of. But now like finding a happy medium feels a little weird. So I kind of just make the videos that I want to make. I kind of just be the way I want to be, which is probably like the duh moment for how this is supposed to go. But I don't know, like I did walkthroughs for so many years. That's not really a popular thing on YouTube anymore. So in terms of content going forward, I don't have like a plan so much as it is figuring it out as we go. And like obviously I'm gonna be playing a bunch of cool games that are coming out this week and in the next couple months. How I cover them, what I do, I am not 100% sure. I'm just trying to bring quality and passion and fun back, and consistency. You know, it's crazy to look and see the gaps that I had where I didn't post anything for ages, or I'd be so sporadic, like 3 videos in a month. And I'm not perfect. I'm trying to get as close to a video a day as I can get, and I haven't gotten there because I'm now running 2 channels completely by myself and trying to put more time in, which when I say it like that sounds like a really dumb thing. Like now I have to do it all by myself, and I'm quadrupling the work for the videos and still trying to put out multiple. It's really a tricky balance, and that's why I don't have a set plan, because like I'm still really working on the routine and figuring it out. But I think the big thing is that I'm proud and confident again, and so I feel like myself making the videos. And at times it still feels weird, and I do get bummed, like I said, of like, why did I let this go so far? But all there is to do now is climb back up. And I'm so determined to take this channel like a ghost from the grave and rise it up again. And I don't know exactly how long it'll take or how I'll do it, but I infinitely appreciate those of you that are still here, those of you that have been here, those of you that might be new. I don't know if we ever get new faces on this channel. I think we did for some stuff. Like I posted the Galaxy's Edge review, the new Disney Star Wars land, and I feel like some new people showed up there, but I don't know. I'm guessing the Evolve videos are just all old, true, hardcore fans. But it's definitely an experience. And I will say this, it's also cliche, but my happiness level has been so not dependent on the success of the channel. And I guess I just want to share that with you. I'm sure you've heard it from other people, but maybe from someone that's had so many ups and downs and is like, I value like family so much and I try to stay grounded so much, maybe it'll hit you a little different. Like when I had the most views I had, and when I was traveling the world and doing all that stuff, and like had the most money and the most numbers were just spiraling and getting higher and higher, it wasn't like I was much happier. There are obviously different struggles, different worries, different concerns, no matter where you are and what you're doing. But absolutely know that getting 2,000 views it doesn't have any impact on my overall happiness in comparison to getting 2 million views. And I just think that's important to say, because I think a lot of people, especially young people, and maybe most of you are old by now like me, and we're out of our teens or even out of our 20s. I think so many people like look and all they aspire to do is make a ton of money and be really well known. And they think that'll make everything great. And it definitely gives you opportunities. It's definitely a super sweet experience. It's a blessing in so many ways. It opens up doors, but it doesn't guarantee happiness. It doesn't equate to you having the most fun ever. There are many very successful, very miserable people. And because I've kind of bounced around, I feel like it's really drawn into clear focus the fact that doing what you're passionate about and being proud of what you do and liking and enjoying what you do and finding a reason for what you do is way more in line with achieving happiness than just striving for more and better and higher. And I think most people would probably echo that, but I just wanted you to hear it from me as well. I think that about covers it. Again, like a tumultuous road from walkthrough super success to getting confused and comparing and worrying and being anxious and then letting it kind of go away and worrying even more and then getting completely freaking scared and losing all confidence and distancing myself completely to coming back and it not being anything near what it once was, but finding a new drive and kind of being in some ways thrust into a corner of like, hey, you got to do this now by yourself and you got to make it good and being excited about that challenge and making it really doing the best I can. And I think that's what I want you to know is like, I'm back doing the best I can. And I hope that is starting to show. And I hope eventually it does show. And I hope eventually it does bring back some of those fun memories and maybe create new ones. So we've got a bunch of games coming out. Don't know exactly how I'm going to cover them, but I'm going to be trying to make fun videos for all of you. And hopefully in one way or another, it's enjoyable for all of us. So there you have it. Welcome back. I'm doing my best to fix all of this, fix this channel that has been not given the TLC it's needed for years. So there's a lot of cobwebs to clean out, but we can build better and greater than before because I've got a lot more to put forth now. I don't know if you've seen the videos over on Switch Force or some of the videos here where like the editing is like so much better, the camera quality is so much better, the focus and the subjects are like they're just clear cut, they hit hard. I'm really proud of them. Like I send my videos now to my family and friends. I'm like, hey, I'm really proud of this, check it out. And for years I just like didn't want anyone to even remember that I was GhostRobo and I didn't want to show anyone anything. But thankfully that's in the past behind us. It has been up, down, all around, but I'm excited for this fall. There's a bunch of stuff coming out, a lot really soon, and hopefully it'll be a rollicking good time. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being here, and to every person that's ever come up to me, sent me an email, left me a message. Like, it means a ton and lets me know that it is valuable and has been important in some way or another. And I think those little morsels over time, slowly, hi Raven, crept forward and really... No, it's okay. I'm just using this one.
Are you sure about it?
Yeah, I know, but there's like 17 minutes and 54 seconds on this one.
Okay.
All good. Thanks, though. So all of those little morsels and moments kind of like pulled together to give me the confidence to look at it again, tackle it again, and take on a new challenge and do my darndest to bring it back. So thank you again. Until next time, drink some hot chocolate. We still say it. I don't know why. Sometimes I forget where it originated, and then I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, it did. It's very early on, freaking LA Noir days. But anyhow, love you all. Until next time, drink some hot chocolate, and we will see you all alive.